Okay, so now we've got our data set on our map. If you remember, we can go up to our layers over here, and we can see that right now we're looking at the data according to county level. If we zoomed out, we would see that it shifts to state level. And if we were to zoom really far in, we would actually see it go to this tract level. That's census tract would be our unit of analysis. We're going to stick at the county level. And we can kind of keep in mind that we're kind of in Loudoun County, which is over here. So we're going to kind of keep an eye on, maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more on Loudoun County, because that will help us provide a nice little reference point to how our data is being used. There we are right there in Loudoun County. So we are going to change the a field and change the style of this map. So right here we have our styles. This is going to be our properties. We can look at that. This will give us a legend, and we can choose to show that or not on our map. But you'll notice that right now we have this is a percentage of population 25 years and older whose highest education completed is less than high school. So basically, the darker areas on the map show places that are uneducated. And I'd kind of like to show the reverse of that. So I'm going to go to my symbology, my styles, and I'm going to look at my fields here. And you can see that this data set contains lots and lots of different fields, which is pretty amazing, actually, how much data is underlying this data set. So I've got females here with lots of different things. If I scroll down, I've got males. One thing that's important to know, though, is these are just absolute numbers. They're not percentages, so that's not going to be as useful to us as when we go down a little bit further and we can see, okay, percent of population 25 years and over whose highest education completed is an associate's degree, bachelor's degree. I think bachelor's degree is probably going to be pretty good for us. I'm going to actually click on that, and we're going to add that field, okay? And you notice our symbology actually changed there from counts and amounts to, we can see different things that we could do with these two data sets, which is interesting. But right now we're going to get rid of our old data set and leave it so we just have highest education completed as a bachelor's degree or higher. I think that our dot density map is not going to be as effective for us. Whoops. Let me zoom back in. As our county map is going to, as our counts and amounts is going to be, so I'm going to click on that. And you can see that Loudoun County went from being one of the lowest to one of the highest. So this is kind of the reverse of the map that we saw earlier, where this time the darker colors show higher education rather than lower education. I'm also going to change the style of this. I don't like those colors so much, so I'm going to maybe shift back to the old color scheme that we had. Or I could try something different, but I still want to make sure that my higher numbers are darker. Purple's kind of cool, right? We'll go with purple. And so again, we have our map here. I'm going to say, we can investigate further a little bit later. We're going to say done, and now we have our map that shows, and we can show our legend here. Percentage of population 25 years and over whose highest educational completed is bachelor's degree or higher. So darker is better. And if we were to zoom out a little bit to look at the overall United States, we can really see some patterns about where higher education happens. And as geographers, we could probably even make some generalizations about that. So that's a quick way that we could change the field that we're analyzing and also change how it looks on the on our map.